We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Blue Abroad show here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. It's here. We're back. Monday, the 27th of October, 2025. I was going to try and do an intro like you, but I won't. I'll get the ball with truth. What's up, bro?
You know what? One day before you go live, I should just like hack in and do an intro for you.
I should have organized the music, man. You have, without a doubt, like the best intros to videos, like wherever you are.
Thank you, bro. It's funny how that started. Like, when I first started this, like I was doing music that was not legal to put up, copyright, this and that, and I'm like, fuck, man, I need something. And when the music was playing, I'm like, I feel like I need to do something in the background, something silly. So it started off as a joke, and now, man, people love it. They're just losing their minds over it. So it's pretty funny, man.
I love it. It's different. But because I mean, I met you before you started doing YouTube properly, and I remember like you always wanted to blend. Obviously talk about the footy, talk about sport, United, Carlton, whatever, but also you have that theatrical element as well, like, that fun, entertaining side to you as well. So
that's it,
man.
Gotta have a laugh.
You have to.
I'm big on entrances. I love WWE, hence the shirt,
Yep.
Austin 316. But yeah, I think in entrances in wrestling, if you like it or not, it creates a certain buzz and instantly grabs your attention. So I'm like, I thought I'd do something similar like that. But yeah, it's now turned into a thing, man. So
you can't get rid of it. Like it's a thing.
That's it. Yeah. Forever.
Yeah, man. Wow. So I reckon you were on here with me on a Monday a couple months ago, maybe.
I think it was right after. Oh man, round 21. Who did we play round 21?
Port.
When we got smashed?
Oh, we got smashed. That might have been Gold Coast.
It was Gold Coast. Yeah, because we came back. I'm pretty sure that was the one. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a good couple of months, man, and shit, so much has bloody happened since then.
What was your summary of, I mean, we all were waiting for these changes to happen, now that the changes have happened, or I don't know if they're still happening. What have you made of everything?
Man, honestly, I think for me, the post-season has been better than the actual season. I have loved every single change that's happened. Like, obviously, the big one was the Charlie one, and that, look, it sucked at the time, and I'm in the same boat as everyone where I'm like, fuck him. But I'm also like that. Then I watched your stream during the draft to see what was happening. Man, unbelievable. Tremendous stuff, you and Pom. It was probably the most entertained. It was the most entertained I've been all year. Seriously. And
do you know what it was? It was the last. It was like the build-up. We were pretty serious, analytical, and then 25 minutes to go, we became full nuffies.
Man, it was crazy. And like, I started getting nervous. I'm like, what is happening? There's like 2 minutes to go. I'm like, and then I think you mentioned, was it Chris Davies walking down the tunnel like Goldberg? And you just, man, I wish you could have played the music at the time. I was losing my shit. Like, what is happening here? He's marching with a purpose. I'm like, what has happened? Is Charlie gone? Is Charlie gone? But yeah, at the end of it, man, like the video that annoyed me the most was the obvious one with when he met Cox and the media court side of it, and he had that smug look on his face. It was almost like you just knew he was gone.
Yeah.
That annoyed me. But then after everything happened, man, the day after the draft, I can't tell you how good I felt. It was like a weight was off my shoulders. It was a breath of fresh air. And like that, I think we even spoke about it last time, man. There was like a dark cloud hanging over our club. Yep. It feels like it's evaporating slowly now. But the Charlie one was a big one. It's kind of like the wind's just taken it away. But yeah, I felt good. And we needed change, man. We've been calling for it. And I think the cards that we'll dealt, I think this regime actually dealt with it perfectly.
Yeah.
Imperfectionists. I don't know what the fucking word is, but yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it was. If that makes sense.
Well, I mean, a lot's been spoken about Graham Wright, the big agent of change, and he's not afraid to make big decisions, and gets the emotions out of it and just makes football decisions. And I kind of remember when he was at Collingwood and Brodie Grundy and Adam Treloar got traded. And I remember thinking at the time, and I remember observing the Collingwood fans at the time and like the uproar and the emotional connection that they have to their players and, all of that. And I always remember thinking, I just don't think Carlton would ever have the guts to pull off a trade like that. I mean, trade a Charlie Curnow and, make a move like that. So when it all happened, I think I was just relieved. But now that we're here a couple of weeks later, I don't know. You move on pretty quickly, and I think we've all learned a pretty valuable lesson this year. Well, maybe not everyone. Everyone learns whatever they want, but I learned a big lesson this year around like, that's it. There's no more ties to individual players. Like, I don't care that Sam Walsh said, I want to be a part of the future. Like, I don't care about any of that anymore. You either sign the contract or you don't. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not putting him up on a pedestal anymore. Although I say that, and then I can't wait to glaze Harry Dean too.
I feel ya. No, you're right. Like, there's the attachment has sort of vanished between Love and players because you just know what can happen. Like, the loyalty is just gone in a split second. So yeah, I totally feel that too, man. But I'm in the same boat as you. I'm absolutely pumped. And I think last time we spoke, I'm like, round 1 couldn't come quick enough. I was excited then.
Yeah.
And this was like round 22. Right now, my God, that is the biggest game ever. That's what it feels like. I know it's not, but in this time and everything we've gone through in the last 12 months, even beyond that, my goodness, man, that round 1, I'm getting chills thinking about the hairs are standing up on my arms.
Well,
it's crazy.
Let's be honest. We've been in a drought as supporters. It's been. I mean, I know there's like little green shoots and things of positivity, and don't worry, I'm the first one to look at the optimistic side of things. But it's been dreadful as an experience, as a fan watching the game. The game itself. It's been dreadful because the group's just been disconnected, disjointed, whatever. So it just can't. It just has to be better next year. They might not be a better team on paper, but shit, they'll be a much more committed team next year. And I just think we're going to enjoy the footy again next year.
I agree, man. I can't see it being as bad as this year. I think we hit rock bottom. And when you do, there's only one way up, right? So, I think all the changes are positive, and the players that we brought in, players that can actually kick a footy. I know we can go through all the analytics and what our problems were this year, but I think the players that we actually brought in will benefit this team going forward, man. So I'm pumped. I can't wait. I know it's like we probably have this, and Carlton fans, we're all in the same boat. Like, oh yes, we've been excited before, but something felt a little different about this off season. Like you said, it's probably the ruthlessness and the decisions.
Well, it's a good segue because we're going to touch on a few more decisions that have been made, and then there's a bit of a bigger picture here that I want to bring up. So firstly, we'll just cover what happened over the last week, right? So Elijah Hollands and Jackson Binns, who were both contracted players, essentially their contracts have been torn up and they've come to an agreement with the club, whatever, they're gone. They are no longer on the list. They're not on the primary list anymore. Binsy will go. Elijah will be given a train-on opportunity in the preseason and see what happens. And Will White is the other one who did not get offered a contract for next year, but he will join Elijah as a train-on player. So there was that bit of news. And I guess that ties in with what you just said there, bit of ruthlessness. And then today, the club officially confirmed something that we actually spoke about this on the channel, I mean, during trade period, but they made it official, and that's the 4 rookies that were confirmed. So Harry Charlson, Flynn Young, Francis Evans, and Rob Monahan have all re-signed for another year. Rob Monaghan obviously is on the Category B rookie list, and then Charleston, Young, and Evans are on the Rookie A. So did you see that today?
I did, yeah. I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. I love Flynn Young. That one I'm wrapped at. Will White, I actually really like Will White, and I hope that at least one of those boys do get a second chance. And it's funny because when Elijah got delisted, but then they said that he would be a train on, I was thinking like Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance? That's the first thing in my head, what I thought. Because I'm like, this is a real test for Elijah now that our club has put forward to him. This is like, I think you put it perfectly, man. Like, it's an ultimatum. If you really are serious about football, then you will prove yourself and buckle down, man. This is it. This is your last chance. Because maybe some other clubs won't even want him. And he's an absolute quality player. Let's not sugarcoat it. But yeah, it's time to get serious. No more BS, like they're saying. So
yeah, well, it's just that balance of you have to have a consequence for your actions, and you also have to be given an opportunity to redeem them, which he's got. I don't know what that means for Elijah. I don't know if he'll take it, but I just want to turn your attention, right? So for those of you who watched last week with Pommy, and those of you who watch Pommy's channel, he's actually he's broken down the list, well, every single list through his cheat sheet. And I wanted to just share it with you here, right? Because this is important for the state of play for Carlton. So what's important to know is you can have a maximum of 44 on your list. So right now, Carlton have 40 on the list. So there's 32 players who are with a contract right now. There's 6 players who are on the rookie list right now. And there's 2 players on the rookie B list, the Category B. That's the Irish lads. But what I wanted to bring your attention to, take a look at these 6 rookies, right? So you got Charleston, Matt Carroll, Cooper Lord, Francis Evans, Flynn Young, and Hudson O'Keefe. Every single one of them, apart from Charleston, has played footy at the level. And I would say 2 or 3 of them are pretty reliable at the level. I reckon Evans has shown he's reliable at the level. I reckon Cooper Lord has shown he's reliable at the level. And I'd even go as far to say that Matt Carroll is reliable at the level.
I agree. Well, 2 of them were nominated for Rookie of the Year this year. So that was Matt Carroll and was it Cooper? Cooper got it as well. Both of those boys. So yeah, I'm happy with that, man. Yeah, Charles, I haven't watched enough of Harry in the VFL, but that's an interesting one. Man, Pommy, this is a master. This is the blueprint, man.
Yeah, man. This is
unbelievable.
It just helps you understand it a little bit better. But what I wanted to bring up, I don't remember Carlton having this many players on the rookie list who play that much senior footy. Like usually I remember having players on the rookie list and at least 3 or 4 of them just don't even get a look in. They don't even play. Or they're either too young or they're just not ready to play. They're not good enough. So I think there's something that's changed here with the strategy to make sure that we get the most out of every single possible spot on the list. So Binns, for example, like it's pretty ruthless. He's got a year in his contract, but let's be honest, he's not getting a game ahead of the Camporelli twins. Chess is in, Ollie Holland's back on the wing, like Blake Acres. Like it's just not happening. So off you go.
Absolutely. The Binns one, it was a little surprising that he had a year left, but I think back to the spray that he copped against North Melbourne. And it was funny, man. Like the week right after that, I watched the VFL game, Carlton Collingwood, and he got best on ground. And after the game, they interviewed him on Channel 7 and they asked him about Voss. And he's like, man, I love Vossy. And I'm like, does he love you? I'm like, man, Jesus Christ, that's so freaking ruthless. Like a few months later, he's just gone. And that, it did surprise me a little bit knowing that he did have that year. But you know what? Like you said, I don't think he would have cracked into the side. And they clearly go in a different direction. They're like, you're not for us. Sorry, mate. Like, good luck and move on. But he was the bridesmaid and not the bride, Jackson Binns.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the state of play. 40 on the list as it stands right now, which means, we go to the draft and potentially we add 4 players to that.
Yes.
Which kind of just adds more to the chat that we had in the draft preview with Pommy, just around, we've got the 3 boys that are, linked to us, Harry Dean, Jack Eisen, and Tyson Gresham. But yeah, there might be another one.
True. I think maybe we'll probably get 2 out of those 3. It'd be cool if we got all 3. But I guess it depends what way they want to go in. But I'm assuming the Harry Dean and Jack Eisen ones are pretty much like nailed at the moment. Gresham, not too sure. I guess we'll see. Like, the good thing is about what's happened over the last few months is we've kind of become a little bit unpredictable off the field. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pumped. Like, this is the most excited I've been for a draft in a long time. I don't know if you feel that too. I guess everything's felt that way since the season ended because we're that bad.
It's not hard to get excited after what we just sat through. But, today I filmed this video on like I was doing like a player profile on Harry Dean, and while I was doing my research and going through all the clips and articles that I could find and things that were relevant, I mean, a lot's been spoken about Harry Dean and the bid, and is West Coast going to make a bid, or is someone going to make a bid before Carlton? Oh, what are we going to do with the pick? Oh, what happens if we have to use pick 9? Oh, like it's almost like we've forgotten. Hang on a minute. Harry Dean's coming. He's going to be at the club. Like, whatever it's going to cost us, we'll pay for it. It's all good. But
I think so too.
Harry Dean's an exciting prospect, man.
That's it, man. And I think, look, they had the same conversations and rumors and stuff were going on with the Campo twins last year. They were saying, oh, what if, I think it was Sauce trying to take Ben.
Yeah.
There was that convo, but it never happened. And I'm like, if Steven Silvani isn't doing it, then hopefully, West Coast aren't either. But look, some teams might be a little bit smuggy about it and scummy, but we've got a plan there, and we've got that pick 11 as well. So
yeah,
I think Pommy said it would probably only go up 1 or 2 picks if that was the case. So it's not a big deal. I think Harry Dean, we can pretty much 99.9% sure.
Yeah,
that's happening.
He'll be there. It's just a matter of if there's a bid, where it comes. It's all just chatter at the moment. Were you old enough to remember Peter Dean?
I was, man. I was a huge fan of Peter Dean, but I watched the '95 Granny. I was 7 or 8 years old. I still remember it perfectly to this day, man. I've watched it back a few times, but yeah, Peter Dean was an absolute superstar. But I hope we don't do the whole comparison thing too much. I just want Harry to be his own man. He's got a lot of potential there. Good left foot, and we've been going for the left footers this offseason, so it's cool, man. Different dynamic.
That is a very, very good point. To just allow him. I mean, first of all, he's going to need time. Most draftees need time. I know that he's highly touted, and I know that he's had a great year, and I know, he's a big Carlton man. He loves the club, and he's passionate, and he feels the right things that we all feel, but he will need time. I'm sure he'll be good enough to play, but I'm mindful of putting too much expectation on certain players.
Definitely.
Especially early.
Yeah, man. His first year. I mean, look, people forget about the Campo twins as well, the brothers. I'd love to see them get more games, but this year they were hardly featured. Ben was, I think he started off with an injury, and then Lucas played round 1, the awful round 1 that we want to forget. And then I think, did he get dropped the next week? I can't remember, but yeah. It was just a disaster. And I'm glad Ben didn't play, honestly, because everyone's rated him higher than Lucas. So in this particular season, I'm glad we didn't see him, and I'm pumped, and hopefully he breaks in 2026.
Yeah.
For that reason of just exposing him to that toxic team, man, it would have been a disaster.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, look, that'll be Harry Dean. Draft coverage will happen. We'll do, like last year, we'll do a live stream on the night, cover it, live picks. Pommy will do his breakdowns of every player. It'll be fun, man. It's for the first time in a long time. We've just kind of waited for like you said earlier, the cloud just to fuck off.
Yes.
You know, that dark cloud just to fuck off, and then we can just move on and get on with our lives and just try and enjoy it.
That's exactly like I felt like I could actually get on with my life once Charlie got traded in a weird way. Like Carlton shouldn't be everything. I've got a family and all that stuff too, but like in footy terms, it just I felt like it was to a point. I'm just like, just fucking do it, man. Just get rid of him. I'm done. And that's why I felt good that next morning. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Got something to look forward to in the future. And we got something decent out of it. So
yeah, we did. Well, there's a few things I want to touch on here. So, I'm a massive fan of Jeff White and his YouTube channel. It's called First Use. And basically, he just breaks down game footage of players, teams, stoppages, all sorts of things. And I want to show you guys a breakdown he did today about Will Hayward and Ben Ainsworth. Now, I'll put the link in the chat. You can watch the full video in your own time, but I want to break down, we'll do Ben Ainsworth. So he broke down Ben Ainsworth's game, and what he's basically doing here is just explaining what both these guys are going to bring to Carlton. So you can go in your own time and watch the Will Hayward one, for those of you watching at home, if you're interested. But this is what he had to share about Ben Ainsworth. Obviously, he's, been up on the Gold Coast, so he knows a little bit about him.
Now, the other one I want to focus on, and I've had a little bit of time to see him live with him playing with the Gold Coast Suns. He's just a ball getter. He's not only a ball getter, but he also uses the ball efficiently well. So his best game this year was against the Lions, round 22, 20, 21, something around there, late in the season when the Suns belted the Lions. He's kicked 3, had 27. His efficiency for this game. So we talk about the 3 categories, but one in particular is going forward half. So he was at 65% efficiency going forward in this game. Overall, he was 85%. So he uses the ball quite well. Now, I can't explain to you how hard this kick is. So off the line, reads it really well, darting back to give himself some room and space. On the back foot, just drops it in the space for Long to get up. That's an extremely hard kick, but he's able to execute that on a regular basis. So being a small forward, you need to crumb really well. You need to be good below your knees, but you also need to be a good decision maker. In this situation, the ball comes in. This is an extremely wet day on the Gold Coast. And here he is here. Just comes in, front and center. Ball hits the ground, and look how clean he is. One touch, and look how quick he gets hand to foot. He had 2 Brisbane Lions opponents on him straight away, but how quickly he gets that onto his boot. Misses the goal, but you can see what he brings to the table, that small forward. So his efficiency, like I said in the intro, his efficiency would have been the best of the small forwards of Carlton in 2025, and he would have ranked in the top 4 for Carlton overall. So he's really, really efficient in his disposal and his decision making, and this is great. So he comes up as a small forward. So they use as the yo-yo. A lot of teams use those small half forwards to come up, get involved. Just watch how this play unfolds. So handball received from Rao, just running patterns. Great engine, runs extremely well. So he'll get up defensively, but he'll also push back hard offensively. So he uses the ball well. Now, this is a hard kick. You've got to kick out into space. You've got to identify that extremely quickly, and that's what he does. He identifies where the space is and just kicks out in space. So that's what Carlton's been looking for. Not only a small forward, he can kick goals. He kicked 23 this year, but also that small forward that can use the ball going inside forward 50.
So that's that. Look, again, excitement's very hard to come by at the moment. So,
honestly, he was the most exciting pick for me out of the bunch that we got, out of the 5 new blokes, because I've watched him pretty closely and I've watched a lot of Suns games this year. And that was perfect because his instincts and quick decision making, it's going to change a lot for our forward line, man. Like, how many times this year have you seen someone with the ball at half forward and they know the pass that they need to do, but that hesitation and that slight 2-second hesitation, and then that pass is gone. And sometimes they were going for that pass after second guessing themselves. So if we can get players like that in there, man, we'll find targets way more easily. And look, I know these are Gold Coast clips and they operate differently to us, but it's gonna be huge, man, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, that last clip there in particular, that has been Jesse Motlop this year for us. Like in that same position, tracking back, to have a defensive mindset, being there and, being one of the numbers, getting back, but then on transition. And, Jesse, bless him, he just had those moments as he was learning the role where he, all it took was half a second of hesitation, and that's all it takes to get caught. So, yeah, that's Ben Ainsworth. Will Hayward is also in that video. So, yeah, that's Jeff White, former ruckman, on his channel First Use. The link to that video, I've just put it in the live chat if you guys want to watch it a little later. Also, I've got news.
Breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news.
BA will sponsor BA in 2026. Well, until he retires.
Bang.
Bang. Locked
Amazing.
It in. Yeah. It's poetic. It's poetic, really.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I'm pumped.
I love
I'm excited.
No, it's bloody awesome.
So, that's Ben Ainsworth. What else have we got here? Oh, have I asked you about leadership and the next captain? Have I ever asked you that?
I can't remember if we touched on it last time, but there's been a lot of chatter about it. But go for it. Let's talk about it.
Do you have... Well, okay, I'll play the clip, right? So...
Go for it.
Do you have an opinion on Carlton captaincy?
I do. I'm open. I'm definitely open to it. Look, I think Cripps is definitely the right person. I'll stand by that still. But if he wanted to hand the reins over to anyone else, just to take a little bit of pressure off himself, because, man, they got to do media. They got to do this and that. And he's got a family now. He's a dad. I know very well how that is with a little one. So it can be a lot. And there wouldn't be any shame in taking a step back. It doesn't mean a thing. And it's actually like, it's not egotistical or anything like that. It's more humbling than anything. But if Cripps ever decided to, hey, I want to pass this on to someone, I wouldn't have an issue with it at all.
Yeah, there was a clip on Channel 9 News yesterday of Wiedering, and I'll just play it here. Sorry, that's just...
Oh, yuck. Oh, man. What has happened there? Get that!
Of Silvani, De Koning, and Charlie Curnow.
You played 10 years with them, over 100, 150 games with them as well, so you certainly build a relationship, and the ultimate goal was to have success with each other. We've got to move forward as a football club, and I'm still here, Crip is still here, and the leaders will do their absolute best to push this club forward to success. So, as I said, I'm looking forward to what's in store for us next year.
Losing long-term teammates is never easy, but Wiedering is eager to let sleeping dogs lie. He's confident it's just what the Blues need. Carlton have picked up a raft of recruits and draft picks, alongside the off-field additions of CEO Graham Wright and footy boss Chris Davies.
I think the fans have a lot to look forward to in 2026.
So it's been a topic over the last few weeks. It's been Walsh, Wiedering. I don't know what they do with the leadership group. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I would say some of the guys that are coming into the club from Sydney and Gold Coast are leaders already, but I don't know if you make them, an official leader in the official leadership group. But yeah, I mean, yeah, just curious, like, when do you think the time is right? If the time is right?
Well, probably next year would be Cripps's last year as captain, I reckon. If he stays on, it would be one more. It will be next year. After that, Wiedering comes to mind. And he's always a voice. When you're watching and when we're at the games, you always see Wieders pointing, demanding, barking orders. And I love that. But, and you want someone who the players look up to and respect and someone who's believable when they're barking orders. They need to be scared of their captain, basically, the players. I think that will go. I'm thinking like football, Manchester United, Roy Keane, that type of that cuntiness. Someone with a bit of ticker. Need someone like that.
Yeah, I mean, your leader has to have some sort of level of demanding standard from everybody else. Like, you don't want to let him down. I don't know what the relationship is like with the players, to be honest, because my whole perception of what I thought was the player relationship was so wrong. I thought Charlie Curnow loved Carlton more than anything in the world. So I don't really have a leg to stand on in that conversation.
I've got a question for you. Now that you look back, should Charlie Curnow have been in there? Is he a leader?
No, in the leadership group?
Absolutely
not.
Thank you. I 100% agree. I'm thinking, I'm like, man, he's not a voice. And he doesn't really lead by example. He can change the game just like that. But leading wise, especially this year, man, like some of the second efforts and the lazy running, and look, who knows what it was down to in the end, maybe his body and stuff. But like, he didn't really lift that forward line or demand stuff like a captain or leader would, for me anyway.
Well, this is where I think the balance in the discussion has to come, because it's Carlton's fault for having such a gaping hole in the forward line seniority and leadership. Like, we've made some pretty shrewd moves now. Where was this, over the last couple of years? Like, I know we made some moves last year. We took a risk, made a big play, got Jagger Smith in. Sure, no problem. But the gaping hole in our forward line with a leader in the forward line, it really stood out. Now, Harry, I mean, he had a pretty solid year last year, but, that obviously not. I didn't think he was worthy enough of being a leader, and it was the right call given what he went through this year. Like, imagine
100%.
Imagine he had the leadership group tag as well as whatever he was going through this year. Charlie, I think, was just the best available, which goes to show how poor the planning was in our forward line and how poor the development was. I mean, Jack Martin, I guess, was supposed to be a senior head in that forward line for a number of years. He left. Zach Williams, I don't know, he was still trying to get over his body issues and trying to play consistent footy. And then you just got sprinklings of, Motlop, Durden, Will White, Lockie Fogarty. Like, none of these guys are leaders have in that forward line.
I would argue maybe Zach Williams, with all his experience and stuff, might be there, but I don't think they'll go in that direction. And I don't think he'll want to do it. But I think, honestly, it has to be Harry now. Even though it's touch and go, man, and a lot of people will not be in favor of it. But I can't think of anyone else, unless you, like you said, one of the new dudes, Will Hayward.
So Will Hayward and Ben Ainsworth, I think, are high IQ players in the forward line instantly. They're smart.
Yeah.
They're senior. They've both played over 150 games, if I'm not mistaken. Hayward for sure. I think Ben Ainsworth has as well. So we inject some experience in the forward line, whether or not they're, leaders by title, not sure. Cottrell's going to come back into this team, I would think, next year. Is he ready to be a leader? Not sure. There's a few other moving pieces. It's going to be an interesting watch over the next few months. We're going to find out, I guess, once the draft happens, we'll then find out, sometime late in this year, or when they start preseason, who the captains will be and who the leadership group will be. But I think it's such an important message that it's going to send for next year.
Definitely. If in a perfect world, if Sam Walsh signs on, would you consider him captain?
Yeah, I would.
Me
I
too.
would. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the demanding. It's the come with me and let's do it. And he's pretty
He's
pretty
got the
demonstrative. Yeah, he's pretty
yeah,
demonstrative. I'm not opposed to Wiedering being captain though. Like I don't.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, end of the
Weeders,
day, yeah. I
he can
think the
do it.
players vote. I think that's what happens. I think at the
Oh,
end of the day, the
really?
players will
Okay.
vote. I think so. I think they vote with the coach and maybe a few other people. But yeah, LS says it here. Is he all in, or is he just giving us a beautiful quote?
That's the question. That is the question. And you know what? I really hope if they have no master plan for like a Zach Butters or something like that, then they need to lock Sam Walsh up early and not have another fiasco of TDK dragging out the whole year. I want it early. I want a decision early. And I think they'll do that as well. They won't drag it on like the Jack Silvanis and the TDKs. I think that causes a bit of toxicity and just uncertainty as well. So hopefully we'll see.
What's your take on co-captains?
Well, didn't we try that with Doc and Cripps one year? It was, wasn't it?
They did it, and then Doc he got sick. So
yeah, shit. Look, who's doing it now? Is anyone doing it right now in the AFL? There was another club. Was it Gold Coast that would do it?
I think Brisbane. Have co-captains.
Lockie Neal and
Harris Andrews.
Yeah, there you go. Look.
Is that right? Brisbane co-captains are Harris Andrews and Lockie Neal, who have held the role since 2023 and were re-elected for the 2025 season.
Well, they've made 3 premierships in a row, so I guess it works. I mean, I'd be open to it. Why not? I mean, look, we did try it. We didn't really get to know what it would be like because of Doc, but yeah, man, like, who cares? Like, I'm in the mindset right now. Who gives a shit, man? I'm here for the ride. Just do it. I trust this regime already for some reason, making the calls that they have, and I'm like, man, just go for it until we're proven wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Ball of Truth, because I would say, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I would say this year has been like you really solidified what you were doing this year, I reckon.
Yeah, thanks, man. For the first 2 years I was doing it, I was not in. I don't think I was in one algorithm on YouTube. Like, I was not doing hashtags, like nothing, man. No thumbnails. It looked like Microsoft Word. It was the most pathetic shit you ever see. But this year, look, I followed what you told me to do, and it worked. And I was consistent. I was uploading. I was thumping out content, man. And I'm a dad. Like, my son's just over a year now, so I'm like, in my mindset, I'm like, man, I can't use that as an excuse. So it's been amazing. Like, I think before the 2024 season, I was on 60 subscribers. Now I'm on over 800.
Wow.
But what really, unfortunately, but fortunately, the round 1 Richmond one was the one that put me on the map. Like, I fucking lost it, man. My opening monologue for that one. It was just, look, I'm not for everyone. I'm raw. I'm off the cuff. Like, whatever comes to my mind, I say it. I'm swearing on my streams, and I know people don't like that, but man, I'm real. It's all from the heart, and I'm passionate. So, look, you either love me or you hate me. I don't know, but I'm gonna give it to you straight, and that's why the Ball of Truth is the name. I'm just gonna give you my truth, and that's it.
That's good, man. Well, I've got the link in the live chat, guys. Got to get this guy to 1,000 subs. Surely before the end of the year. Like, surely that can happen. There's like 380 odd of you watching right now. This man is very entertaining. Like, very entertaining.
Thank you, bro. Nah, look, that is the goal. I want to get to 1,000. That would be amazing, man. Like, I didn't even think I would be where I am now. And I'm like, people probably still don't know who I am or what I do, but man, there's some good shit in there. You'll have a laugh, man. I love to have a laugh. I don't take things too seriously. I do in my reviews. I crack the shits, but I'll make fun of it as well. So, you know what? I'd rather make fun of my team than other people, other opponent, opposition fans do it.
That's the one thing I find so interesting about footy, like discourse, right? So, we'll say our piece around the Blues and what's not going right, and or what's shit, and we'll make fun of Carlton, and that's all fine. But the second someone else who's not a Carlton person says, even if they're saying the same thing that we're saying about Carlton, it flips and it becomes venom.
Yeah. The tribalistic ways of the Blues fans come to, it's like, how fucking dare you, motherfucker? How dare you?
The nerve.
Oh no, seriously. The audacity. But you know what? Like, man, I'm sure all of us content creators out there this season has tested us to the fucking max. And it's like, even after the season, I'm like, man, I've got to calm down. I've got to seriously like be more positive. And the changes that happen, I feel they are very positive. So I'm going to do my best, like being a little bit more understanding of, because it's easy for it to be misconstrued as personal attacks on players. It's not. It's literally on their performance. And I think we'll come under fire for that sometimes. But yeah, man, like we've got to call it as we see it. And that's what fans do. If we were having this conversation outside of a live stream, it'd be exactly the same. So
yeah, that's been that's the hard part. That's the balance, because you're right. It is exactly how we talk, when there's no camera. But I think the camera, and I think the platform, and I think the eyeballs give it's different, because it's I think there's a responsibility that you have.
I learned that this year.
Yeah,
Definitely. Go for it.
No, go.
No, I was just going to say, man, like, I sometimes go back and watch what I said due to what someone commented. And I'm like, could I have said it a better way? But at the same time, in the heat of the moment, you got to get things off your chest. But yeah, I am going to be a little bit more cautious going forward. I don't want people to think it's personal. I think that could create a little bit of toxicity. There's a lot of content creators out there that do what we do, but yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I learned the lesson the hard way. So I had a conversation with a parent years ago who gave me some really honest feedback, which I really needed at the time. And because when you start out, it's like, I don't know who's watching. Like you don't think people are watching. And then I had like a full circle moment at the BNF this year. A parent of another player came up to me and first, he played his first game this year, and she said she's been watching for a little while now, and she noted how hard it was watching people talk about the players, but understanding that they're in, they're professionals and they get paid and like all of the things. But she thanked me for like keeping it balanced, and she's like, you really don't understand how important that is, because it's less about the player. It's more about, his family. He's got a cousin, he's got an auntie. They'll watch it, send it to him. So like the players can block it out pretty well.
Yeah.
But they don't ignore messages from their family and their friends. So when their family and their friends get riled up and they send it to them, it like forces them to be aware of what's happening. So yeah, it's tricky. And I don't know what the perfect balance is. I'm always like in searching for it, because at the end of the day, this year was dog shit. But I think everyone can admit that.
No, exactly. I mean,
or not.
Even Voss would admit that. He did. I loved his speech at Best and Fairest, by the way. I wasn't there, but I did watch it. I'm sure when you were there. How'd you feel listening to what he said?
I still wasn't really happy with the words best of, as in I was still pretty Sikhameni, like just feeling, I was still like, jaded at BNF.
I feel you. I had that too, but I did. There was one like a 3 minute clip in there that it pumped me up. And I think it was, he's like, we have to create an environment that becomes infectious or contagious or something like that. And, that it's impossible not to follow. I think that's the words he used. And I really like that. But at the same time, I'm like you, I'm just like, but man, where the fuck was that all year? Like, Jesus Christ, we lost round 1, man.
Yeah. Well, now that you know what you know, do you think? I mean, he can't come out. Maybe he could have, but De Koning out the door, Silvani out the door, Kerno checked out the door. Like he's still got to try and rally them together, sort of, without completely burning the bridge in May. Let's be honest, it all broke down in the first month.
Yeah. You know what? Did he salvage some of that in the last 2 weeks when Graham Wright took over and we won those 2 games? Did he get that group back together a little bit? Was it him? What was it? What do you reckon?
I do think there was a bit of healing done. I think they made the right choice in putting all those games into Evans and Lord and Carroll and O'Keefe. Like, I think that was the right choice, even not playing McGovern towards the back end of the year when they could have. And I'm really happy they did that. They put games into Flynn Young, basically the guys on the rookie list. They got as many games into them as possible. And yeah, I can't help but feel like there's going to be a better connected group from round 1 next year, especially if Sam Walsh signs, because he's a big name.
A statement. It's a statement if he does.
Yeah.
I think, look, the youth did inject that life into the side the last couple of weeks, and credit to the selectors going for those type of players, which it was great. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it had anything to do with what Voss was doing, but I think the players that have left, I'm just trying to find the reason why they left, and if they didn't get along well with his philosophies, and if they didn't see eye to eye. And if that is the case, and those type of players that have left were the ones that were creating the toxicity, then I think going forward, that's a massive plus for us. And look, he's got 1 year left. So
I look at how Michael Voss acted this year under pressure. Everyone felt pressure, players and coaches, right? I look at how Michael Voss conducted himself under pressure this year, and I look at how Charlie Curnow conducted himself under pressure this year. And I'm glad that they chose to go with Michael Voss, the coach, over Charlie Curnow, the player, in terms of who's going to be leading the ship moving forward. That's my opinion.
Yeah. And look, man, me and you probably both agreed that, look, we wanted Voss gone. And we, like, not that we wanted him gone, it was more like we think he needs to go. So you don't want anyone to lose their job. And that's another lesson I learned. When we say these things, it's not like a personal thing, like, I'll sack him, this, that, even though we're thinking it. But like, it just didn't feel like he had the players at the time. And we were, I think everyone, man, like maybe 70 to 80% were just like, let's get rid of him. But I'm happy that they came out and they backed him, because now we've got no choice. There's no excuses. There's no BS. There's no bullshit next year. And next year's the last fucking, that's it. If you're not successful, you got to go.
And the beautiful part about it is, like, he's under pressure again. He's got a year to prove himself. So he's got to do his very best. And I think why I think it's the perfect storm is because whether he makes it out of next year or not, he now has a license to be his true, authentic self. So be your true self and succeed to the point where you earn yourself another deal. Or if it's your last year coaching at the Carlton Football Club, you go out being who you are, saying it how you want it to be on your terms, and you're not worried about stepping on Charlie Curnow's toes and, getting him a little bit upset and getting him shitty. So I'm just, I feel good about that situation now, knowing wherever it goes, whether he's good enough. If he's good enough to earn a contract, that means we're having a pretty good year next year. And if he's not, well, then whoever the next coach is the next coach.
Is finals a must for him to stay?
Yeah, I think so.
Me too. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, we can have a good year and miss out, and I don't think that would be good enough.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's going to happen. Like, the beauty of next season is,
I think there's context. I mean, how we play, how the group is, the behaviors on the inside. The only ones that are going to be able to judge that is Graham Wright, Chris Davies. If they see that the group's, better on track. Got to remember as well, Jagger last year, Harry Dean this year, Cody Walker next year. Like, there's the injection of youth in the first round 3 years in a row, top 10 picks. So
you can see a future, if that makes sense. You can see maybe in 5 years' time these players elevated to another level, which is exciting because I was going to say I didn't feel that this year at the start of the year.
I don't think it'll be as hard to be better than what we were this year from a wins point of view as what people are making it out to be.
Yeah. How many wins did we have this year in the end? We missed out by 24 points, I think, on finals. So
I reckon it was like 9 or
8?
10. 8 wins?
Okay.
If it was 8 wins, fuck me. Hang on.
Yeah. I can't even remember now.
It was 9 wins. Yeah, 9 wins.
Okay. And you probably need, what, 14 for finals?
Mate, this year you needed 15 wins to play finals. That's like, it's cooked.
It was cooked, but the balance of this league this year was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the top 8 were solidified long before finals, pretty much, really. Who missed out? Was it Bulldogs, I think? I guess they were the only one.
So this is the other thing, right? There's a real potential for that disparity to grow because, I mean, everything's on paper at the moment in theory. But in theory, Melbourne will get worse. In theory, Carlton will get worse if you want to look at it on paper and the stars that are in and out. Yep. In theory, Port will get worse. In theory, the Bombers might get worse. In theory, the Swans and the Doggies will get better. They already finished ahead of us this year. I mean, you can maybe mount a case. You could find a case for 2 teams every year dropping out of the 8 because statistically it happens every year. But yeah, it's one to watch. If 15 wins get you in finals from now on, that's going to be unfair to hold Voss to. Like to say, all right, you need 15 wins to keep your job.
It's a very good way of looking at it because, yeah, we could have a good year and just miss out. And I guess, like you said, it'll be up to management to decide if that was Voss or not. But I always think of Sydney, man. They made the grand final 2023, was it? And then
22.
Was it 2000? Where did they finish last year, 2024? Because they were with us. They were on top of the ladder.
They finished on top.
Yeah, they finished on top. And then they
got smashed.
Yeah.
In the granny.
So it can happen. And I feel like if I'm really, really trying to be positive, I feel like this year was our Windows hangover because we had the prelim and we're peaking in 2024 mid-year, and then it just went into this year and right down to the bottom. So it was like a big relapse moment right at the end of this year. And now we can start fresh again next year. Man, you know what? If we lose round 1, I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
Just spoken about balance, you know.
Like, come on, guys, we've got to be really positive here. Shut up.
Fuck off.
Mate.
Oh, that's so funny.
No, honestly, that round 1 is huge. It's massive. And you know what? People are probably going to expect us to win it. So there's a lot of pressure on it. If we lose, man, my goodness. The graffiti will start again, sack of Voss. It's just, it's...
So before we finish up, I don't usually bring this up, but we're talking finals, right? Do you watch the AFLW?
Not really, man, to be honest with you.
No,
what's happening?
That's fine. A lot of people don't, and that's okay. But just to let you know, the Blues are 5th. And they're playing West Coast this week away. And if they beat West Coast this week, we can just get a predictor out if we like. I have no issue with that. They beat West Coast this week. We'll just say Port. We'll just say Gold Coast. We'll just say Sydney. We'll go, Melbourne, Brizzy. You know what? St Kilda, you're in. Adelaide, you're in. There will be a home final at Icon Park next week.
Huge.
So I've always said,
all they need to do
if they want to bring in support, is stop telling people to support and make the finals, and the people will come and they'll flock.
That's it. I'd be, man, if the AFLW Blues team make finals, I'll tune in. I'll definitely will. Look, I honestly, I do find it tough to watch. And look, I get it. I understand that and why that is the case and whatnot. But yeah, if it means, getting that positive energy in Carlton, and if it transitions over to the men's team, I'm all for it, man. Let's go.
I just reckon, they've got to earn the trust, earn the love. They've had a pretty solid year. This is the first year I've watched up until this point in the year. Usually I start off, they play so badly, it's been dysfunctional, and I'm like, fuck this. I don't need another layer of this to my life.
Yeah.
But they've actually put in, and I really hope they win this week and get the home final, because there's just that opportunity for, we can go to Icon Park and watch the Blues and kick them home in a final against the Swans, mind you, potentially.
No, if we end up making that, that would be huge, and I think there will be a lot of people that would go to that. So, yeah, I'd consider it if I get off father time. But
love it,
yeah,
mate. Well, I reckon that's us, my friend.
Thanks for having me on, bro. Pleasure as always.
I'm just, where are we? We are 836 subscribers. I'm going to put the link in one more time.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Those of you watching at home, help this man out. Get the subs up. Pommy just hit 10K this week.
Yeah, well done, Pommy. Fucking brilliant, man. Love it.
So,
and go United.
Yeah, true. You are a United man.
Yeah, man. Huge. But yeah, I did speak to Pommy recently about that. But yeah, hopefully United continue their winning ways. And you know what? The Blues are the same. Blues AFLW team. Let's go.
Let's get him in there. Man, yeah, thanks for your time. We'll get you in again. It's always fun when you join us. I always have a good time.
Thank you, brother. I laugh as well, man. I could do this for hours, but I'll leave you to it. Appreciate you having me on, man. And thank you everyone for watching.
Guys, have a great night. Talk to you soon. Go Blues.